was asked to take on a case by one of my local hospitals, and I did it pro bono because this man had been in the hospital 9 months, no family involvement, and he was just horribly, horribly ill. There was no quality of life. In Social Work 101, they teach you start where the client is. Well, my client was nonverbal, so we had to communicate with head nods and thumbs up, thumbs down. And he knew he didn't have much time left, but as his guardian, I wasn't going to make an ultimate decision as to whether or not he would be a full code or do not resuscitate. So we had that awkward conversation. What do you want to happen in the event your heart stops beating and you're no longer breathing? And through head gestures, hand gestures, he was able to let me know that he was tired and he was ready to go home to his maker. And at that point, that was my responsibility to convey his wishes and to make sure his wishes were acknowledged or witnessed by other personnel that could document it in his medical record. And as difficult as it was to make that decision for an absolute stranger, it was his wish. And it was my duty to make sure his wishes were respected. So with social workers, depending upon what level of social work you're in, you might have a supervisor that you go to with difficult cases. In a situation like mine, I was the guardian coordinator for a group. And so when my guardians had difficulties, they came to me and I would help them resource it out or come to an acceptable resolution. Our objective is to stay on top of the resources. We network with other social workers. We collaborate with interdisciplinary team members. And if we have supervisors, clinical supervisors, we go to them with those difficult ethical situations that we can't reconcile on our own. As a guardian, it is my hope that guardians have someone that they can go to that is a sounding board. They're not necessarily going to provide them with the answers, but they're going to give them the options, again, to make the best decision for that individual in their situation. And that's the beauty of the commission. If we have ethical problems or if we have cases that are a bit more unorthodox or have some concerns, we can consult with the commission in order to help find resolution. When people ask me, why do you do this? And my response is because everybody should have somebody. We all need to have some level of acceptance, some sort of support system. And that's just not the case in today's society. A lot of our individuals, they're estranged because maybe they had alcohol or drug issues. Could be they have mental health issues, or maybe they just weren't nice. They still have a need and they still require that somebody look after them. So that's why I think guardianship is important. We deal with a lot of forgotten people.